year? What are you guys gonna change for yourself this year? What the heck are you gonna change? I just need to know. It's 2020.
Feel like you can do it, though. If you feel like you can make it out of your struggle, make it out. If you feel like you can't get anything in the world, or anything in the world, go. Don't doubt yourself. And don't even let others doubt you. I gotta feel it. Don't let others doubt you.
Life without a strategy, you're doomed.
TZ, we do everything big. You got to take that word out your vocabulary. We do everything big. So you're going to say, we're going to do these big 2 minutes. We're going to do these big couch, big interviews. Man, look, okay, TZ, this is live from the couch. Anybody out there in the world, take that word out of your vocabulary. Say big. We do everything big.
Everything big.
Date with a purpose, bro. Just don't be out here fiending. Like, don't be out here just trying to be extra. Figure out what you're trying to do with your significant other, whoever it is that you're trying to date with a purpose. And don't be scared to show nudes. It ain't bad.
Don't be scared to show no. It's Tezzie, woo, on the couch, woo. It's Tezzie, woo, on the couch. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Tezzie on the couch, and today we have an interview with Soaky Siren. How are you, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. I cannot complain. You guys, she is an islander. She's from the Bahamas. How is the Bahamas?
How what?
How is the Bahamas?
It's gorgeous. I mean, it is. You definitely get the picturesque experience that you usually see.
Okay.
The food and the energy and the culture is just something else, though. Like you have to be there to see it. It's gorgeous.
Oh, I cannot wait to see it. So you're in LA right now. So how's LA weather? Let's start there.
See, it cold for me because I'm the islander.
Okay.
So people would say it's comfortable now, but I feel like we sitting in like I think today might be like 60 something, which is winter for me. I still have my heat on, so that's where I'm at with it. The sun always out, so the weather is always like aesthetically it's gorgeous.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so I always ask my guests how are they when it comes to during a pandemic. You know, I gotta lighten the mood. Like you feeling good mental health wise?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like I'm isolated, and it's obviously I here by myself, but I know I gotta get this workout. But it's been good. Like at the end of the day, I make sure I talk to the family very often. So I do the work that I need to keep me good, you know?
Yes, definitely, most definitely. So I heard you a songwriter. Like, what made you want to start songwriting, or got you interested?
I started out as an artist, and the songwriting just was a way for me to get in the door in the business.
Hmm.
And I started getting credits on so many acts. Like I ended up with a full-fledged career as a result.
Okay.
So the songwriting, it was like it just was like a little thing that was supposed to get me in, and it's like boom, I got all of these, not that quickly, but I ended up focusing on that for a minute, and like it worked out obviously because I got the credits that I've gotten,
Yes.
and now I'm back at what the original plan was.
So what do you like? What's your favorite thing when it comes to songwriting? Is it like creating a song, recording it, like a little demo? Like, what's your favorite part of it?
Creating when it's done, like when I get to a place where a song is like, okay, we get everything that sound like something that's worthy, and I record it and I hear it back, and like the producer and everybody in the room and that energy is there that day
Yeah.
of, that's the moment that I feel like I'm at my most excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. So you say you was an artist first. So what inspired you to become an artist?
I always was. I feel like since I can remember, I would go in my mommy closet and like write rhymes and stuff like that. Like I would just sit down and just go in there, disappear. And I just knew at a very early age that I was gonna be in rap music. I was gonna do music full time, and I wasn't taking no other option as a option.
Yes.
So yeah, it was something that it happened early. Like I feel like, yeah, like I've always, since I can remember, I always wanted to do this.
Oh, that's dope. That's very dope.
Yeah.
So
we go into the mindset. In a short synopsis, how could you explain being from the Bahamas and just starting to be in the US also?
It wasn't much of an adjustment because the island I live on is about 25 minutes away from Miami.
Okay.
So and Miami's so full of Caribbean people. So I would spend summertime, I would spend in Miami basically. So it didn't feel like it wasn't a huge leap or transition by the time as I decided to come across here. I was just like, okay, this way I get this where the work is at. So I'm gonna just pull
Yeah.
up and do what I gotta do. But like culturally there's obviously a bigger difference between LA and home versus
Hmm.
me being in Miami being home. So I would definitely say that there's a huge difference there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Understandable. So, like, with you guys' culture, like, what can people learn from your culture if they wanted to experience it?
What can people learn? I think I think the best thing to take away from Bahamian culture is that we are culturally we basically make not make do, but we're also very okay with what is. Like at the end of the day, like we're formidable people. Like we gone through a lot, like we've had some devastating stuff happen. Like we had a hurricane recently,
Yeah.
and people as a culture, like we're just like, you gotta give thanks and you gotta be grateful. And even though you may not have every single thing, like you still have a whole lot to be thankful for. So that's something that you'll see throughout the culture.
Yes, that's amazing.
Mhm.
That is very amazing. I can't wait to experience y'all culture. Can't
You
wait.
should definitely visit.
So let's dive into your rapping. Who, if you was to think, who inspired you in rap to make you want to rap? It can be today's time or back then.
Definitely, I loved Outkast.
Okay.
Loved I love Lil Kim. Um,
Um,
and then who else? I mean, Jay-Z is obviously another one. Like he's the GOAT. But I grew up listening to a lot of rap music, so it was just something that if I was just always inclined to doing that.
yes.
So I love it to a lot of people.
Okay. Okay. So I like to put people on the spot on this show. You're not a freestyle.
I little rusty. I wouldn't even freestyle right here, right now. I can't even. I am in the studio enough to know. I'm, I'm content. Like I confident enough when I need to deliver, but right now I ain't there.
I'm about to say, you got a freestyle. I'm about to put you on the spot.
Yeah,
She said, no kidding, guys. So I'm gonna dive into my text message because one of my friends, he called himself Kiko. He wanted me to ask you, how did you get into the business of writing for different artists? Like, what
um,
made you start?
like I said, it was only because I needed to get in the building. So it
Mhm.
was just one of those things. Like it was a opportunity that came out of people not effing with me as an artist. So initially it was that like, yo, because people want to like producers are more inclined and excited to work with artists that are signed because they could get bags, you know what I mean? So they're looking at money. So there's not a lot of incentive, but they did realize that, yo, your pen is crazy. So that essentially like it was a little bit of a blessing, an opportunity that came out of something adjacent to what I wanted to originally do. And then when I started, I just kind of hustled. Like I just reached out to everybody to get in the room. And, eventually you do that enough and people start talking.
Okay,
Yeah.
like that. So let's dig into your project. So
Mhm.
you have a single called Top Gal. Am I saying it
Yeah.
right? Okay,
So, yeah, that's close.
how did that song come about?
That came about. I was with the producer. His name is Jacob Manson. And we were writing, and I was just like, I want something that have like a crazy bass line. I remember just asking for something that had like early 90s dancehall settings in the bass line kind of vibe. And I started that day I was freestyling. So like
Okay.
the first thing that came out was the chorus. And eventually like we just hammered away for some time and then we ended up finishing it off. And that was just another one of those like off the cusp, like stream of consciousness things, and it evolved into this record now, which is supposed to be like anthemic for women that are just like not taking no answers from
Mm,
anybody, steering their own ship, not asking for permission or for forgiveness for what they got to do.
mm.
So that's how that song came about.
Okay. And then you got a single called Bundles. Like you was thinking about hair.
It's a little bit of everything. Bundles, it could be bands, it could be hair, and that one ain't out yet. It's on the way.
We'll be looking out for Bundles. So
Yeah.
Top Gal. What made so you thought you was a Top Gal? Like how? I know you said how it came about.
Mhm.
So is it gonna get the people dancing, shaking a rump shaker? Like what's the
Oh,
vibe?
yeah. There's plenty of energy. Like it take a special kind of person to not be able to not start moving when they hear that energy and that bass.
Okay, okay. So y'all
Yeah.
make sure y'all check out Top Gal right now. Where can they find this song?
You can find it on all streaming platforms. So you can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, wherever you like to listen to music, YouTube. It's available everywhere. And I drop the video for it in like 2 weeks. So there'll be plenty vibes.
I can't
Yeah.
wait to see it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do something for you. I play people music on my show. So what I'm gonna do is you guys will get to take a look at Top Gal. I want her to introduce the song today for you guys.
Listen, this is Soaky Siren again. And this is my latest single. It's called Top Gal, Top Gal, Top Gal, Top Gal. Oh,
So be looking out. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
yeah.
Listen, we ain't here to play no games with these people, I know. Call. Yeah. 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 Top girl, top girl, top girl, top girl, top girl. Top girl, top girl, top girl, top girl, top girl. Top girl, top girl, top girl, top girl, top girl. I need my money. Run me my money. Run me my money. Yeah. He wanted love and I gave him the wickedest song. Yeah. Soon as I kill it, I got up and went on a lung. Yeah. I'm the original, nobody better than none. Right. You went too far to then you better say the tree bomb. Guys, I came here to flex. Can't nobody see me, that's a reaching, that's a stretch. Don't be in your feelings, I said what TF I said. This ain't no panini, I'm too pretty to be priced. Yeah. Top girl, top girl, top girl, top girl, top girl. Top girl, top girl, top girl, top girl, top girl. Whoa. Top girl, top girl, top girl, top girl, top girl. I need a bag. I need a cool. I need a curl. I need a boot. Give me that till I go ooh. I don't need hands. I make it look cute. Yeah, all that rice, my table right now. You see me flying, the plane just touched down. What's that I walking? Some Balenciaga. I tell them run them numbers up, but do not dial up. Call, yeah. Top girl, top girl, top girl, top girl, top girl. Top girl, top girl, top girl, top girl, top girl. Whoa, top girl, top girl, top girl, top girl, top girl. Run it up, run it up, run it up, yeah. If I don't tell, then I don't like you. I see her up, but I never mind, don't. I got bands, tied like the iPhone. I got plans with some mans that I'll probably cancel. Whoa, bad back in the islands, out yellow, woven in silence. Got my feet up when I relapse, I don't close one of my eyelids. I do not trust not one of these. You see them, bro, they my bros. I can't sleep, I stay on my toes, so please don't act like you know. Siren.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Tezzie on the Couch. You guys see this tagline where every conversation is worth sitting for. Welcome, and we have Soaky Siren. She's back with us. What's going on, girl?
Listen, I'm just here cooling as per usual.
She just got a good vibe, y'all. Like she is very cool. She's very chill. Like
Yeah.
make sure y'all support this woman. She's amazing. Like amazing artwork. So let's start off with your credentials, because you did earlier in the show said you had some credentials. Who was your favorite? I hate doing this part, but who was like your favorite project to work on and why?
Probably Big Frida, because Big Frida, I feel like that EP that we did, it was just exciting to be a part of something that was just, super pivotal for like she's a legend. And I feel like that also kind of like we got like really like some of the music is synced on just across so many different like mediums and commercials and stuff like that. And also like Frida energy, like for me now at this point, it's like I gotta like creating. I gotta like the people. Like it ain't just so much about like getting a bop. Like now it's like, is the experience worthy? Is it like, does it feed your soul? You know, and Frida is a good person. So like working with Frida was super inspiring, you know, and just to see what lives the records took, because I did about come on voice. I did about 3 or 4 of the songs that were on that EP. So
Okay.
it was really good to work, and like we just had a good time creating that project.
Oh, that's so amazing. That is so amazing. So
Mhm.
I know you work with Maroon 5. How was they like working on a
I don't
project?
in the room with them. So a lot of times, like even though I have records on artists, sometimes I'm not in the room. Sometimes the song is played for them, and it's
Oh,
just yeah. So that wasn't a like a personal like, oh, I got to meet them. No, it was
oh,
that
okay.
was.
'Cause I was about to ask, like, how does that go? Did y'all meet them or do you not? That was about to be the next question. So we talk about your favorite credentials. Oh yeah, let them know where can they see new music from you?
Just keep posted on my socials because I update everything. So
Mhm.
you can follow me at Soaky Siren, my YouTube channel. Yeah, so definitely mostly Instagram. I tend to be more like updatey on that. Like I let people know what's coming on that, and then YouTube. It's the easiest.
YouTube is always the easiest.
Yeah, because
So
you can't really miss.
one of your credentials is P Valley, and everybody loved them some P Valley. Like, how was that being a part of that amazing show? Like, how was that? Like, just the right.
I was hyped. I still hype. Like that one, I was like, and that's one of that was my second single I put out. The record that's featured is called Upside Down,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, I was like, yeah, I was hyped. That's all I was. I was energy. I was excited.
And how did Upside Down come about? Like being in the studio, like what made you want to do Upside Down?
That was another like. Usually, if I having a good day, and I start hearing production. If I come up with a fire chorus, usually that's what stays. And that one was like my initial instinct was the freestyle flex that I had on it. So I was just like going, and it stuck, and it became the song that it is.
Yes. So
Mm.
growing up, did you always want to do music or did it
Mhm.
come along later down the line?
No, I knew from an early age. I decided that very early on.
Okay, okay.
Very- yeah.
She was a young buck saying she wanted to do music.
I was stubborn too, so I was just like, teach what you want. I'm I'm gonna do what I'm doing, right? So, yeah.
So, outside of that, what is if you're thinking about writing or doing music yourself, what
Hmm.
one would you want to do more and why? Would you
When you
want to
say
be
doing
a writer
like,
more than being a creator more or actually being an artist? Like,
the artist thing is my thing, man. Like I feel like there's a certain freedom that I have when I make my own music.
mhm,
You don't you have to write for other people. So the artistry is definitely that's what the heart is.
so amazing, so dope. If you could tell someone that really want to get into the industry and be a songwriter or an artist, what's some good advice you can tell them?
Definitely immediately if you're well, I shouldn't say immediately. Have a good lawyer. Always have a good lawyer. um Also don't rush to get management. Like I think a lot of people there's a psychology to what goes on in this business, and a lot of times management especially, and not even just management, just it's just across the board when people are either ahead or have more capital because it's
Mhm.
always and if you're somebody that's hungry and if you're presenting as vulnerable or desperate, people will take advantage of that if you are, especially when you're super talented. So have a good lawyer. Don't be too pressed to put no ain't no pen to paper and sign nothing unless it's the right situation. So that I would say.
So make sure you guys check your contracts, like read thoroughly. Like don't
Yeah.
just because you see dollar amounts, please read thoroughly.
Absolutely.
Because contracts is very I watch different things about contracts, and if you think of the 90s, I know a lot of you guys watch like the TLC movie and different things like that. Y'all seen how they thought they was getting a certain amount, but then in reality they was broke. So it's like, please be smart about that whole ordeal. That's all I can say when it comes to advice like that. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's key.
Yeah, that is the bonus right there. That is actually, I'm gonna put that in a poll and I'm gonna see if y'all remember this part because I'm gonna ask y'all. This is what I'm gonna ask y'all. What did y'all learn about contracts? But, right. So, what else do you want to do in a business outside of act? Would you like to do acting or anything commercial wise?
I definitely would. My goal is to just cultivate an ecosystem because at the end of the day, like just as a black woman in this business, like I want to make sure like it's something to be said. Like I'm doing all the I've gotten this far as an independent artist as well, and I want to just continue to build upon that
Mhm.
and explore other spaces. Like I want to get into film, I want to get into fashion. So just all of those things, just kind of like conquer within those spaces.
Well, anybody that's doing film or fashion, make sure you guys hit up Soaky Siren. She's dope, and
Oh,
she would
nice.
definitely want to be a part. Just get in contact with her via Instagram or all her socials. Actually, can you say your socials once again?
SOAKYSIREN, Soaky Siren.
Perfect. That is really it. I don't really have much else. I want to say thank you for coming. First of all, thank you.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. I really appreciate you. You guys, make sure you guys check out her music. She is so dope.
Mm.
Get into these new artists. They be dope for real. Like it's time to support everybody. I know we always support our favorites, like the top dogs, but it's these newer upcoming people that are amazing, amazing voices, different styles. They just bring in different things to the music industry. And I just want you guys to support her because she is definitely dope.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You are welcome. And one word about what's good about being a creator.
Freedom. That's my one word. That's my
Why
one word.
freedom?
Freedom. Yeah.
Yes,
That's that.
freedom.
Mm-hmm.
I actually love that. Thank you guys so much. And I know I told you to say this. You're probably tired of me saying it. But can you shout out your socials once again? It'll always also be at the Dropbox below in the description. But if you guys want her to hear it, you guys can
It's
hear it again.
it's Soaky Siren, SOAKYSIREN on all socials.
All right. Thank you. See you guys next time on an episode of Tezzie on the Couch. Bye.